Welcome to today's video. A drone accidentally captured the eerie final moments between Gene Hackman and his son late at night. At first, the footage seemed like a normal indoor conversation, but something was off. Hackman appeared distressed, while his son seemed to be hiding a dark secret. Then, in the last 30 seconds, a chilling detail was revealed, shocking the entire investigation team. What really happened in those final moments? Let's dive into this unsettling mystery.
A little kind of okay.
That we had a ball doing that.
From The Firm and Unforgiven to Crimson Tide and Enemy of the State, Gene was a film legend who also bonded with his co-stars. Take one of his first friends in the business, fellow struggling actor and roommate, Dustin Hoffman.
We both were unemployed for 10 years, first 10 years.
Gene Hackman, a Hollywood legend's life in seclusion. Despite being one of the greatest actors in Hollywood history, Gene Hackman chose to step away from the industry's glamour and live a private life. Unlike many stars of his era, he has avoided red carpets, media interviews, and the constant spotlight. Hackman has always maintained a distance from the press, rarely sharing details about his personal life or post-retirement activities. This has left many wondering, what led such an extraordinary talent to vanish from Hollywood's limelight? Hackman officially retired in 2004, ending a legendary career that spanned over 4 decades. Instead of accepting lucrative offers to return to the screen, he chose to live in seclusion in Santa Fe, New Mexico, far from the chaos of Los Angeles. In his later years, he has shunned publicity, dedicating his time to personal hobbies such as painting, writing novels, and enjoying the serenity of nature. Unlike many celebrities who struggle to leave the industry behind, Hackman embraced his retirement wholeheartedly, stepping away without looking back. His Santa Fe home isn't just a retreat, it's a fortress designed to ensure absolute privacy. Nestled in the vast desert landscape, surrounded by high walls and security measures, his residence shields him from public scrutiny. Few have ever set foot inside Hackman's world, and images of his private sanctuary are virtually non-existent in the media. This deliberate secrecy has only deepened the mystery surrounding his life after Hollywood. Though he no longer graces the silver screen, Gene Hackman remains one of the most respected figures in the entertainment industry. His iconic performances in The French Connection, Unforgiven, and The Royal Tenenbaums continue to set the standard for cinematic excellence. Even in retirement, Hackman has not abandoned his artistic pursuits. His novels have been well received, proving that his creative talents extend beyond acting. His ability to transition into a new chapter of life without seeking attention only adds to his enduring legacy. Gene Hackman's life may be a subject of curiosity, but perhaps it is his quiet and reserved nature that makes him even more legendary. In a world where celebrities constantly seek the spotlight, Hackman has shown that true greatness doesn't require public validation. He has left Hollywood on his own terms, silent, mysterious, and undeniably captivating.
Thank you very much.
Gene Hackman's mysterious footage, theories and speculation. Running wild, since the footage was released, it has sparked countless theories and heated debates. Some believe it was merely a private moment accidentally captured, while others argue that it contains a hidden message. Did Gene Hackman deliberately leave behind something deeper in his expression? His gaze, the hesitation in his movements, and the moment he placed his hand on his son's shoulder have led many to question whether he was trying to communicate something that words couldn't express. Was this his way of conveying an untold truth before it was too late? Another prevailing theory suggests that the footage may have been altered before its release. Some media analysts claim there are inconsistencies in the timeline, missing frames, or subtle editing cuts that make the sequence feel incomplete. If that's the case, what was removed? And, more importantly, why? Was there something too revealing, too controversial, or too disturbing for the public to see? The sudden emergence of the video, paired with the mystery surrounding it, has only deepened the intrigue, leaving many wondering if they are truly seeing the full, unedited version of what really happened. Some skeptics believe the entire situation could be a calculated media stunt. Why did this footage surface only after Gene Hackman's passing? Could this be part of a larger strategy to control the narrative or create a sensationalized story? In a world where news is often manipulated for maximum impact, many suspect that the timing of the video's release was no coincidence. If this was orchestrated, who is behind it, and what is their ultimate goal? However, not everyone subscribes to the idea of conspiracy. Some argue that the video is simply what it appears to be, a raw, unfiltered moment between a father and son. Nothing more. They point out that Hackman was never one for theatrics or self-promotion, choosing instead to live a quiet and private life in his later years. To them, the speculation only distracts from the real significance of the footage, a deeply human moment that needs no grand explanation. Regardless of what the truth may be, this footage has become a mystery that has captivated millions. It raises questions not only about Gene Hackman and his relationship with his son, but also about how we interpret and process information in the digital age. When truth and speculation intertwine, one thing is clear: the debate surrounding this video isn't going away anytime soon, and the mystery of Gene Hackman's final moments may never be fully solved.
That's the sort of reason why we do this, and we have this really growing field. I got into it during my training to become a pathologist. I was involved in a couple of cases where we were working up, potential starvation cases, different crimes against animals, and I really saw that there was a very limited amount of
Gene Hackman's final moments. The mysterious drone footage that shocked the world. A shocking drone video has captured a rare moment between Gene Hackman and his son. A raw, unscripted scene that has left the world stunned. There were no staged lights, no Hollywood glamour, just a father and his child in a private setting. But something about the footage feels unsettling, as if a hidden truth is waiting to be uncovered. Could this be the final glimpse of a Hollywood legend before everything changed forever? The video reveals a completely different side of Hackman, far from the seasoned actor or Hollywood icon the world remembers. In this moment, he is simply a father, face to face with his son. The authenticity of the scene is gripping, making it impossible to look away. Hackman's expression is filled with emotion, while his son appears to be holding something back. Their conversation is silent to viewers, but their body language tells a story of tension and unspoken words. It's the last 30 seconds of the footage that left investigators shaken. A single, haunting moment. Hackman suddenly stops, his eyes widening as if realizing something shocking. His son turns away. A shadow flickers across the frame, and then darkness. No one knows what happened next, but the eerie feeling lingers long after the screen fades to black. What truth does this footage hold? What did Gene Hackman see in that final moment? As soon as the video surfaced, public opinion was split. Some believe it's nothing more than a private exchange between father and son, an emotional but otherwise ordinary moment. Others insist something far more sinister is at play. Did Hackman uncover a long-buried secret? And if so, why was the footage cut off at such a crucial moment? The mystery remains unsolved, but one thing is certain. This footage has sent shockwaves through the public, raising new questions about Gene Hackman's reclusive life. Is this the key to a larger story? An untold truth waiting to be revealed? Or is it simply an intimate moment unintentionally captured? Only time will tell.
Kawa sent shockwaves through both the entertainment industry and Santa Fe. Hackman, despite having retired in 2004, remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, respected for his incredible range and dedication. His performances in films like The French Connection and Unforgiven, both of which earned him Academy Awards, had cemented his legacy. Arakawa, though less publicly known, was respected as a talented classical pianist. The couple
Gene Hackman, a legacy that transcends Hollywood. The recently surfaced footage serves as a reminder that Gene Hackman was more than just a Hollywood legend. He was also a father, a man with a private life beyond the silver screen. For decades, audiences knew him as the tough, commanding presence in films. But this rare moment captured something different. It offered a glimpse into Hackman's personal world, one that he fiercely protected from public scrutiny. While his filmography cemented his place in cinema history, his legacy extends far beyond the roles he played. Hackman's career spanned more than 4 decades, leaving behind an unforgettable mark on Hollywood. From his Academy Award-winning performance in The French Connection to his chilling yet charismatic role in Unforgiven, he proved time and time again that he was one of the most versatile and compelling actors of his generation. His presence on screen was magnetic, whether portraying heroes, anti-heroes, or deeply flawed characters. Hackman had a way of making every role feel authentic. His ability to completely disappear into his characters was what made him a true master of the craft. But despite his towering success in Hollywood, Hackman was never one to chase fame or revel in celebrity culture. He retired quietly, retreating from the public eye and living a life far removed from the glitz and glamour of the industry. While many actors struggle to let go of the spotlight, Hackman embraced a different path. He found fulfillment in art, literature, and a life of solitude, proving that his identity was never solely defined by his career. His decision to step away only added to the mystery and intrigue surrounding his name. Ultimately, Hackman's greatest legacy is not just his films, but the man he was behind the scenes. Unlike many stars who carefully craft public personas, Hackman let his work speak for itself and kept his personal life his own. His commitment to privacy was not a rejection of his success, but a testament to his belief that life is about more than accolades and red carpets. This is why, even after his passing, there is a deep respect for the way he chose to live, on his own terms. Gene Hackman's impact on the world will always be felt, not just in the unforgettable characters he brought to life, but in the lessons he left behind. His legacy is a powerful reminder that success isn't measured by fame alone. It's measured by the choices we make, the principles we uphold, and the relationships we cherish. He may have stepped away from Hollywood, but his influence will never fade.
Kawa sent shockwaves through both the entertainment industry and Santa Fe. Hackman, despite having retired in 2004, remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, respected for his incredible range and dedication. His performances in films like The French Connection and Unforgiven, both of which earned him Academy Awards, had cemented his legacy. Arakawa, though less publicly known, was respected as a talented classical pianist. The couple
Gene Hackman's haunting moment. A silent gesture that speaks volumes. In the now infamous footage, Gene Hackman sits in his favorite chair, his face filled with deep contemplation, his gaze lost in the distance. There's a heaviness in the air, an unspoken weight behind his expression, as if he is processing something far greater than words could capture. The room is dimly lit, adding to the solemn atmosphere, and, for a brief moment, time itself seems to slow. This is not the commanding, charismatic Hackman the world once knew. This is a man stripped of performance, vulnerable in a way the public has never seen before. Then, without warning, Hackman reaches out and places his hand on his son's shoulder. It's a small gesture, subtle and fleeting, yet it carries the weight of a lifetime of emotions. There is no dramatic speech, no forced sentimentality, just the raw, unfiltered truth of a father trying to express something that words cannot convey. The silence that follows speaks louder than anything he could have said, and in that moment, the dynamic between father and son is crystal clear. This seemingly simple action has left a profound impact on millions of viewers. Some see it as an apology, a silent acknowledgement of things left unsaid. Others interpret it as a farewell, a father attempting to make peace with the past before it's too late. Regardless of the meaning, the sheer authenticity of the moment resonates deeply, forcing those who watch to reflect on their own family relationships. What do we leave unsaid? What regrets linger in the spaces between our words? The haunting power of this scene lies in its universality. It transcends the specifics of Hackman's story and taps into something deeply human, our collective longing for connection, for understanding, for closure. It is a reminder that, in the end, love is often expressed in the quietest of ways, through gestures rather than grand declarations. It compels us to ask ourselves, how often do we truly acknowledge those we love? How many moments have we let slip away, assuming there would always be more time? Ultimately, this footage is more than just a glimpse into Gene Hackman's private world. It is a mirror reflecting back at all of us. It forces us to confront the fragility of life and the importance of the bonds we hold dear. The image of Hackman, lost in thought, his hand resting gently on his son's shoulder, will remain etched in the minds of those who witness it. Some moments are fleeting, yet their impact is eternal. This is one of them.
If it was even safe for our officers to go in and process the scene and execute the warrant. They stated that it was safe. I don't have the details of exactly what they located or what they didn't locate. It was determined that it was safe. We had been going in and out of the house. I don't know if that affects, if there was a concentration of any.
Gene Hackman, a peaceful life. Away from Hollywood. After stepping away from Hollywood, Gene Hackman chose a quiet life, far from the glamour and chaos of the entertainment industry. Rather than chasing fame or capitalizing on his legendary status, Hackman completely withdrew from the public eye, dedicating his time to personal passions. No more red carpets, interviews, or Hollywood events. His life now revolves around painting, reading, and spending time with family. For Hackman, peace and solitude have proven to be far more valuable than any award or recognition Hollywood could offer. Over the years, Hackman has turned down countless offers to return to the screen, even when renowned directors tailored roles specifically for him. While fans have long hoped for a comeback, Hackman has remained firm in his decision to retire. Blockbuster films and high-profile projects no longer interest him. Instead, he has embraced a simple existence, free from the pressures and demands of the entertainment world. His refusal to re-enter Hollywood isn't about fading away. It's about prioritizing personal fulfillment over public acclaim. What sets Hackman apart is his remarkable level of privacy. Unlike many other Hollywood legends, he has almost completely vanished from the public eye. Few know anything about his daily routine, where he spends his time, or even his relationship with his children. He has no social media presence, avoids public events, and keeps his personal life entirely out of the spotlight. In an era where celebrities constantly share their lives online, Hackman's commitment to privacy is both rare and intriguing. Yet, Hackman's life isn't one of isolation, but of intentional simplicity. Now in his 90s, he finds joy in the little things, completing a painting, getting lost in a good book, or enjoying a peaceful afternoon in his Santa Fe home. Rather than clinging to past fame, he has embraced a life that holds true meaning for him. While Hollywood may have been a major chapter in his life, he has long since moved on to something more fulfilling. Though he no longer appears on screen, Gene Hackman remains a legend in the hearts of moviegoers. He has proven that success isn't just about fame or public recognition. It's about living life on your own terms. In a world where celebrities constantly seek the spotlight, Hackman has chosen a different path, a private, simple, and deeply meaningful life.
Seen near Hackman's wife's body. The warrant stated that there were, quote, no obvious signs of a gas leak, and that was an earlier conjecture that perhaps they passed away from carbon monoxide poisoning. Now, Santa Fe County Sheriff Mendoza confirmed with Fox News Digital separately that the gas company and fire department additionally responded to make sure there were no toxic fumes that would endanger the deputies during their search. And the New Mexico Gas Company is working with the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Department in this investigation.
Gene Hackman and the ethics debate. A meaningful moment or an invasion of privacy. The release of Gene Hackman's drone footage has sparked controversy, not just because of its content, but also due to the ethical concerns surrounding its existence. As the video spread, fans quickly became divided. Some viewed it as a powerful and emotional moment, offering a rare glimpse into a side of Hackman that had never been seen before. They believed the footage carried a deep message about fatherhood, privacy, and the weight of unspoken words, making it a piece of history worth preserving. However, many others strongly condemned the invasion of Hackman's privacy, questioning how such a video was even recorded. If Hackman spent decades guarding his personal life, why was a drone flying over his property in the first place? Who captured this footage? And, more importantly, who leaked it? Was it an accident, or was it intentional? These concerns have reignited discussions about the fine line between public curiosity and an individual's right to privacy, especially when it involves someone who deliberately distanced himself from the spotlight. This debate extends beyond Hackman himself and taps into a larger ethical dilemma in the age of digital surveillance. With drones and hidden cameras becoming more accessible, have we reached a point where privacy is impossible to protect? If a Hollywood legend like Hackman, who went to great lengths to stay out of the public eye, couldn't escape prying eyes, then what does that mean for the rest of us? The footage raises unsettling questions about whether technology has blurred the lines between public interest and personal space. Supporters of the video argue that when a figure like Hackman becomes a cultural icon, their life and final moments naturally become part of history. They claim that such footage should be seen as a meaningful artifact rather than an invasion. But others counter this argument, insisting that even legends deserve their privacy. Hackman consciously stepped away from Hollywood, avoiding the press and public appearances. Yet, even after his passing, his personal space was violated. This raises an urgent question. Can the public's curiosity ever justify intruding into a person's private life, even after death? The debate remains unresolved, but it forces society to confront the ethical challenges of modern technology. Just because we can access something, does that mean we should? In a world where the boundaries between fascination and intrusion are becoming increasingly blurred, one question lingers. Are we sacrificing people's right to privacy just to satisfy our own curiosity?
Results could be weeks away.
I think we just found one deceased person inside a house.
The couple's bodies were found Wednesday by maintenance workers, and after a frantic call to 911, county fire and sheriff's deputies descended on this Santa Fe residence.
Are they moving at all?
No, dude, they're not moving. Just send somebody out here really quick.
Much of the investigation is happening just up this road behind gates and a guard in an affluent neighborhood where homes are separated by acres of land. That's where Hackman and his wife chose to live, decidedly.
Gene Hackman and his little-known father-son. Bond, a silent but deep connection. Throughout his legendary career, Gene Hackman has always kept his personal life, especially his relationship with his children, out of the spotlight. Unlike many Hollywood stars who publicly discuss their families, Hackman has rarely, if ever, spoken about his children in interviews or at major events. He has chosen to maintain absolute privacy, ensuring that the most meaningful moments of his life remain untouched by the glare of Hollywood. For Hackman, fatherhood was never about publicity or grand gestures. It was a quiet, yet profound connection. His son, Christopher Hackman, has followed a similarly private path. Unlike the children of many A-list actors, Christopher has never sought media attention or pursued an acting career to follow in his father's footsteps. Instead, he has lived a quiet life, far from the chaos of Hollywood, much like his father after retirement. This has only fueled speculation about their relationship. Were they close, or had time and distance created a rift between them? A recently surfaced video capturing a rare moment between Hackman and his son provides a rare glimpse into their bond. There are no dramatic conversations, no elaborate gestures, just a quiet exchange of glances, nods, and an unspoken understanding between two men. In those brief moments, words aren't necessary to convey the depth of their relationship. Their connection is built on time and experience rather than public declarations, proving that love and respect can exist without constant validation. The silence surrounding their father-son relationship isn't a sign of estrangement. It's a reflection of mutual respect. Hackman never felt the need to prove himself as a father to the world, and Christopher never sought to leverage his father's fame for recognition. Their humility and low-profile approach to life set them apart in a world where personal lives are often exploited for public consumption. In an industry where everything is scrutinized, they have managed to protect what matters most, their private bond. Ultimately, this footage isn't just a rare moment between Hackman and his son. It's a reminder that some relationships don't need to be showcased to be meaningful. Their father-son bond isn't defined by Hollywood standards or public curiosity, but by something far deeper. And perhaps, in a world where privacy is increasingly rare, their quiet connection is the most powerful testament to their love and respect for each other. Gene Hackman, a quiet yet profound farewell. Gene Hackman's final footage is more than just a video. It has become a powerful symbol of love, privacy, and the deep, unspoken connections between people. In a world where everything can be turned into a spectacle, Hackman left behind a rare moment, void of words yet filled with the weight of a lifetime. This was not just another recording. It was a glimpse into the private life of a man who spent decades telling stories on screen, only to choose a quiet, understated exit from the stage of life itself. There was no farewell speech, no grand tribute, no emotional goodbye to the public. Hackman did not seek a platform to cement his legacy, nor did he attempt to shape how people would remember him. Instead, he left behind a simple yet haunting image, a father, a son, and a silence that spoke volumes. In that moment, there were no roaring crowds or dramatic monologues, just an unspoken understanding, the kind that only exists between those who truly know and love each other. His departure was not a sudden shock, but rather a quiet farewell, like a door gently closing without a sound. This was how Hackman lived, and this was how he left, without fanfare, without spectacle, yet leaving behind a void that cannot be replaced. The significance of that final footage does not lie in any shocking revelation, but in its raw humanity. It is a simple, deeply personal moment that reminds us that sometimes the most meaningful connections are the ones that don't need words at all. Though Hackman is no longer here, his legacy remains, not just in the films he made, but in the way he chose to live and leave. The silence in that final moment carries more weight than any farewell speech ever could. A quiet message to the world that sometimes the most powerful goodbyes are the ones left unsaid. In the end, Hackman left the way he always wanted, peacefully, humbly, yet with a presence that will never fade. Thank you for watching today's video. Gene Hackman's life was more than just a series of iconic roles. It was a testament to humility, privacy, and staying true to his values. He didn't need grand speeches or a dramatic farewell. His life itself told the greatest story. What do you think about Gene Hackman's legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.